right, welcome back to episode 60 of Off the Wall podcast. I'm Bobby, joined by Matt, Melo, and Kyle. Full house today for the start of our division previews, predictions, breakdowns, whatever you want to call them. We got the AL East today.
Here we go.
AL East.
Your home turf.
Oh yeah. Me and Kyle are happy. We're ready. We're gonna go through every team, give some predictions, thoughts, anything. I'm sure if anyone listened last year, we threw out some takes. We even had a bet placed this time last year when we did the AL Central. Who knows what's gonna come out this one, but someone's gonna say something crazy. It's bound to happen. We know it's gonna happen. It's probably gonna be Melo.
You never know. I might be conservative this year. You never
No,
know.
you're not. You can't be.
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, um, yeah, we'll go through each team's off seasons, talk about moves we like, didn't like, all that stuff. What team we starting with?
Come on. That's not a question. Start at the top, Bobby. Start at the top.
Okay, starting with the Baltimore Orioles. They surprised some people last year. By some people, I mean everyone. 83 wins last year, over 500. The emergence of Adley Rutschman, other guys stepping up. They were an actual real baseball team last year, which was awesome to see. Because when the Orioles are good, it's really fun to watch. And I hate that because I know I'm speaking for me and Kyle that obviously if the Orioles are good, it doesn't exactly help the Yankees. But I love watching the Orioles be good. It's a lot of fun. They didn't really do anything huge this offseason. Adam Frazier, Cole Irvin, Kyle Gibson, Matt's old friend over there.
Yeah.
But I mean, they showed last year they're a good baseball team, and I think they're going to be competing for a playoff spot. I want to hear what you guys have to say about anything. Any moves, anything like that. Any thoughts on the O's?
I'll start it off. I mean, from what they did last year and like you said, surprising everybody and not really losing necessarily any pieces. Jorge Lopez, they traded away. Trey Mancini, they traded away. But it's not that they don't have people to replace them either. So Adley's going to take another big step this year. He debatably could have won Rookie of the Year last year. Obviously, tough to beat Julio, but he had a great rookie season, and they're just going to build upon that. Gunnar Henderson, I don't know what the timeline is necessarily for him.
I think he'll be up. I think he's starting
it's possible.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. So anytime that you have a very high draft prospect like that, just a number one prospect, I believe, right?
If not one,
Was he
he's
number
up
one?
there.
I think he was number one in
Yeah.
MLB. But anyway, yeah, that they're gonna have a great future. Now that doesn't mean they're gonna win the division this year. I'm not sure I'm buying into playoff this year because there's some teams who should have been good last year and weren't in the American League. So we'll see. But yeah, definitely gonna not the same old Orioles.
Yeah. And Gunnar Henderson is the MVP. Or no, he's not the MVP favorite. He's the Rookie of the Year favorite too.
Okay.
So I don't know. It's definitely going to be interesting. Adley, full season of Adley. Excited for that. Will he take the crown? No. I'm going to say it. After the season, Adley's going to be the number one catcher in baseball.
Whoa!
I don't know about that.
I think he's the number two right now. After last year, I think he's the number two. I think after a full season, Adley will be the number one catcher in baseball. Maybe not unanimously because JT has had that title for quite a few years now. But I do think there will be people saying that he's the best catcher in baseball. But we'll see. I don't know. Kyle, Melo, anything on the O's?
Yes. I have some words. So the O's obviously surprised all of us last year. Kind of piggybacking off of what you said, Bobby, about Adley. I think he will solidify his place as the second best catcher in baseball. Right now, I have him third. I'm extremely high on Will Smith still.
Thank you very much.
I think he's kind of underrated at this point. JT is still my number one, and he still will be my number one. I do think Adley takes over Will Smith though, as second in the league. But this O's team kind of disappointed me in the offseason. I expected something big out of them. And I wanted something big out of them. I wanted like a Correa going to Baltimore. I think that would have been so cool and so good for this game. But that team showed last year, I mean, 83 wins. Come on. Nobody expected that out of Baltimore. They're definitely heading in the right direction, and it's paining me to say that, but it'll be fun. I mean, these guys that they have such like a fun culture built down in Baltimore. I mean, Rougned Odor last year. I mean, he was like so good for them, providing that veteran presence there for the young guys. I mean, that's kind of what he did when he was with the Yankees. But I see this team just skyrocketing still. Give them a couple of years, and I think they're going to be true contenders.
Melo.
You guys hit it all on the right points. Obviously, you guys know this team better than I do. Just for baseball in general, it was fun to see them have a good year because we need that with these smaller market teams. So they're a couple of years away. And listen, Adley Rushman, I'm not going to go that far and say he's going to be number one at the end of the season, but he's obviously on that projection. But I think he's going to be your American League catcher in the All-Star game this year. I think by a long shot.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't forget, John Means is coming back. He played a little bit in the end of last season, coming back from Tommy John, but didn't seem to be in good form then. That guy threw a no-hitter two years ago. 2 years ago.
Going on 2 years ago, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah,
he's not a bad pitcher to be their ace.
No. Yeah, no, not at all. And I mean, they got Kyle Gibson and Cole Irvin. Those are definitely boosting the rotation there. They're going to be a fun team. All right, let's get into it. Last year they went 83 and 79. Their over under for wins is at 76 and a half.
Oh.
Melo started off.
See, this is the thing. You know, Vegas and all these places will come out with the over-unders. They're very good of kind of getting that number in between correctly to me, because last year we had a hard time over-unders with a lot of these teams. 76, right? 76 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go over.
Okay. Yeah, this is tough. I don't know. Anyone have a decision next?
I'll go
feel
next.
extremely. Oh, go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
Okay. I will take the Orioles over. Yeah, I'm on this with Melo. Like at the very okay, I don't know if their very worst is 500 because I think that's generous, but I think they're a 500 team at the. No, they're going to be a 500 team at the end of the year, around 500. So I think it's a definite over for me.
I feel extremely confident in saying that they're going to be over.
Really? Do I have
Extremely
to be the bad
confident.
guy?
Yep.
Orioles lose 100 games again.
No. So say 76 wins. That's
5 games under 500.
no. That would be
81 and 81, 500.
Yeah, but it would be there
5
would be
games.
seven. Oh, there would be 76 and 86. Like that's
It's a good number, man. 76 and a half.
Vegas.
That's a good
Vegas.
number.
You suck, Vegas.
Send him a hate email.
I think they might have outplayed last year, and I'm gonna be the bad guy and say under, but not by a lot.
Mm.
I could see the 76 and 86 just because of. Oh, wait. I don't know if you guys took this into consideration. I just thought about it. Every team is playing each other now instead of just playing in the AL East, like all those games. I kind of just thought about that now. No, I'm gonna stay under. I hate to do it, but I'm gonna say just under. Sorry, O's
It's
fans.
close. It's close.
Yeah. I don't know. Moving on. I guess we'll go to Boston.
Yeah.
Our good friends, the Red Sox. They had an interesting offseason. Lost Xander, obviously. Sorry to bring it up. Extended Devers, signed, then had a few other signings. Well, they signed Masataka Yoshida. Huge signing there. Then they got Adam Duvall, Justin Turner, Kenley Jansen, former Dodger reunion over there in Boston. Corey
Champs forever.
Kluber too. Um. So yeah, it was definitely a very weird season for the Red Sox, off season, I should say. I'm very confused about what is going to happen with this Red Sox team. Because
Yeah,
last year they had a weird year. Like they have a good
keep
roster.
Devers and then not sign Xander back. Like,
Yeah.
which direction are you going here? You don't have a ton of outstanding prospects, so like
Melo.
Melo.
Well, okay, to start this off, I've been meaning to say this for a while. Red Sox fans pressured the GM to re-sign Devers. So let's start there. If Bogarts gets re-signed, everybody in Boston is happy. But because they let him go, he went to San Diego. Those fans pressured everybody in Boston in that front office to go re-sign Devers. So, yeah, like you guys just said, this is a weird team.
Yeah. Kyle, I want to hear what you have to say about our good old friends up in Boston.
This team is not good.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I can't get behind what they're doing. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm gonna go easy on them because I'm normally harsh on them.
This team is
Obviously.
not good. I'm gonna go easy on them though.
Listen, I'm a Yankee fan. It's a little bit different, and
Of course.
obviously, Bobby, you feel that, but I don't know. I just have a strong hatred for this team that it's hard for me to say that they did anything good. But I do like the signing of Yoshida. I do think that Turner signing is a little underrated. I like that signing for them. Devers had to be done, and Melo, I mean, you kind of hit that perfectly. Devers had to be done, but as you guys said, it just doesn't make sense. What direction is this team going in? I mean, Devers is obviously the player you are now going to be building around for the next 11 years or 10 years. I don't even remember how long the extension was for. But I think this team is going to be riding a lot on how Trevor Story does.
Oh.
Because you have Devers, you got Turner, Duvall, Yoshida, but I feel like Story's the wild card here. Depending on how he comes back, obviously he did not have a good year in Boston last season, but I don't know. I'm not sold out on Story yet. Yeah, Coors product all you want. I mean, I'm not sold on him yet. We'll see, but yeah, I don't know.
This might be a stupid question. What's Chris Sale doing? Like, is he what is his
Hurt.
situation?
Hurt, I'm guessing.
I thought he's gonna be healthy coming into the year.
I honestly can't keep track anymore.
I was about to have
Didn't
a hot take on Chris Sale. If he's healthy, could he be a trade candidate?
Or could he lead them to the postseason?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Come on, Bobby.
Well,
Is that not a hot take?
challenge here. Name 2 other guys in the Red Sox rotation.
Corey Kluber.
Okay.
And well, because we just said that.
Our good old friend Bobby.
Is he James Paxton?
Yeah, the big maple. Come on.
Yeah.
Is he still with them? Is he still with
Yeah.
them? Okay.
Yeah,
I
he,
think
he,
so.
He exercised his 1-year option, which was
Yes.
obvious he would do that. But Nick Pavetta's also there too.
Yeah, he's solid.
Oh yeah.
Your good old friend, Matt.
Yeah. Couldn't pitch for the Phillies at all.
But like one more thing before we kind of go off this. Like they don't have a bad lineup or roster. Like I don't think it's bad. I truly don't think it's bad. Okay, maybe. Okay, going
No,
position by
no.
position. Position by position. Reese McGuire, catcher. I'm not even talking about that. Tristan Casas at first base, top prospect, obviously. Christian Arroyo at second. Kike for now at short until Story comes back.
Yeah.
Devers at third, obviously. Yoshida in left. And then Verdugo and Adam Duvall in the outfield. So when Trevor Story comes back, I don't hate that lineup at all.
The problem is
Justin
though, is a lot of
Turner.
these guys underperformed last season.
Yeah.
And that's what's really going to ride on for the Red Sox is if these guys can have bounce back years. I mean, Verdugo was not that great last season. If he can
No.
bounce back to what he was,
Yeah.
that is a huge boost.
Another starting pitcher that we forgot. Me and Kyle know him too well. Garrett Whitlock.
Oh God,
He's nasty.
I'm still mad about that. Rule 5 my ass.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't hate this team. I really don't. They had 78 wins last season. They're over under 77.5. Anyone?
Under.
I'm with Kyle on this one. This is an under for me.
This is
I'm
tough.
going over. I'm going over. Short, very, very close over.
No, you
this
got to
re-
give me the under because they're gonna sell at the deadline. I think they're gonna have to. So second half is not gonna be nice for them. Give me the under.
The way we keep saying over and under reminds me of like American Idol when we're saying like yes or no. But yeah, I think when you guys say under, we don't have to keep going on about the Red Sox. We'll move on. But do you think it's like not close? Like how many wins are you expecting out of Boston?
74, 73.
Okay.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Kyle, in the same boat?
30 maybe. No, I'm kidding. I'm I'm kind of in the same boat. I was going anywhere between the absolute basement for this team is probably like 71. 70 if you're pushing it.
Mhm.
And I would say the ceiling is probably 74.
Interesting. Okay. Let's move
Now,
on.
now what
Oh.
if you now what if you do if Boston gets off to a good start again? And they're hanging around in June. What's the decision?
I don't know.
Trade at the deadline or keep everybody you have and try it for the second half?
I think you
Yeah.
still need to sell.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I would still sell the future of this team. I mean, as Matt said, I mean, you don't have many good prospects.
They're
You have
sliding. They're sliding into a rebuild. They just don't want to. They're hanging on. They
that's
don't want to go
exactly
into it.
Marcel Mayer, I think is their top
Yeah.
prospect. I mean, I have a lot of stock in that kid. I think he's going to be extremely good.
Yeah.
But I I just don't see why, even if they are doing good at the All-Star break. Me personally, there's a few teams I have above them that I don't think they'd be able to catch up to in time. So I still think they sell for the sake of the future of this team. I think you need to sell because
Right.
if guys like I don't know Duval or Kluber are having really solid years, you can very easily get a lot of prospects in return.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I guess we'll move on. Let's see. I don't want to talk about Boston anymore. We're moving on to the Yankees. That's it.
Boo.
We're having our time. You guys could go to the bathroom or something. Me and Kyle got this.
Got it.
Obviously, they signed Aaron Judge back. They signed Anthony Rizzo back. They got Carlos Rodon. Anything other major? Tommy Kahnle in the bullpen. Am I missing anything else, Kyle?
Just
Right.
minor league signings. That's
Yeah.
Brian
Um,
Cashman is now your GM for a couple more years.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway. Obviously we're not going to talk about Judge anymore. They had to re-sign him back. We've had this conversation 1,000 times. Rodon is huge in that starting rotation.
Is there something more
Oh.
in store though? Is there another trade in store? Because I am 100% banking on them to make another trade. That you can't tell me they're going into the season with Josh Donaldson starting at third base. I don't know.
But they are. But they are.
I do think they are. I think I said this to you, Kyle. I truly do think that Donaldson will be the starting third baseman. Do I want that to happen? No. I think Hicks is gone. Somehow, some way.
I don't see it.
IKF
I hope you're right.
is still IKF will still be on the team. I do think so because he does bring value as much as Yankee fans and other fans, well, just Yankee fans like to shit on him. He does bring value to a baseball team, just not in the role that he was in last year. Obviously they have two young shortstops in Anthony Volpe and Oswald Peraza. Who knows what's going to happen with them? They're going to be competing for the starting shortstop job. But I don't know. The starting rotation is gross. The bullpen's really good. The lineup is the same as as it was last year. Obviously bringing back Rizzo and Judge was needed, but it doesn't change anything. I want to hear Melo and Matt. I want to hear what you guys have to say.
I'll just come out with a bang. I think I got a hot take coming here.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
It's good. I think you guys will like it. I understand Garrett Cole's making a lot of money this year, and you paid him to be your ace. I completely understand that. Carlos Rodon will be the ace by the end of the season.
Thank you, Melo. Thank you. I agree with you.
Okay,
I don't think it's going to officially happen because the Yankees are putting way too much stock into Cole. I think he's going to be the ace for the foreseeable future, for years to come. But because they're not gonna put Rodon over Cole. I'm sorry. Just knowing the Yankees, they're not going to do it. Should they do it? I mean, right now, I would pencil in Rodon as the ace. Right now, I'm sorry, but I would.
Garrett Cole will win the American League Cy Young in 2023.
Oh, Kermit.
That's all we. I don't. Do you guys have anything else to say?
I have something, and I don't want to be this guy, but like thinking about this realistically, where is this team with one bad Aaron Judge injury? On the offensive end, okay, Stanton is incredibly inconsistent. Name another guy you can. Rizzo is good. Yeah, Rizzo is a good offensive player. But think about the rest of this lineup, where they are without Aaron Judge.
Glaber Torres.
No, you're right. It relies
Glaber
on the
Torres.
health. Yeah. It relies on the health of, like, Rizzo has had injury problems, Stanton problems. DJ LeMahieu wasn't healthy last year.
Oh, he's still on the
If
team.
the Yeah, it's surprising, right? Um, it's I will say with Rizzo though, the shift is going to play a huge part.
Oh yeah.
The lack of shift is going to play a huge part in his season this year. I think John Boy, they were talking about something the other day about how many hits or extra base hits he got robbed of because of the shift or the four outfielders. Um, he's going to be helped a lot with that, so I'm excited to see him and everyone else. I want to see how much it increases offense. It's going to be very, very interesting to see. Um, let's just get into the over under. It is 95.5 wins. They won 99 last year.
Trying to think. Again, that's a good number.
Over.
All right.
Didn't want to be the first one to say it. Damn it. I think they go barely over.
I'm with Bobby too. 96,
Well,
97.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'll take the under. I'm looking at 92,
Okay.
92, 93. It's not I'm not going in the 80s. They're great. They're a great baseball team, but
Yeah.
think
Okay.
about how many wins Aaron Judge's insane season added last year.
That's fair.
I mean,
But
they added Rodon too, so
exactly, that
that
would be
it could
like the
balance it
counter
out.
argument. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
yeah, I think it's gonna be close. But yeah, I'm just gonna go slightly over. Um, you wanna go mm, to Canada? The Blue Jays,
We the
they were
North.
active. They were active this offseason. They signed, so sad. They signed Chad Green, ex-Yankee, great bullpen arm. Brandon Belt, who definitely didn't have a great season in San Francisco last year, but
Bump.
signed him. Messed up. Chris Bassett for the rotation. That was huge. Then they also traded for Dalton Varsho, but they also traded away in that deal Teoscar Hernandez and Gabriel Moreno. I feel like I'm missing a move that maybe not though.
Kevin
Um,
Kiermaier.
yeah, Kevin Kiermaier. Love Kevin Kiermaier. Um, but yeah, I mean, this is a scary team. It's a
Are
very, very, very good team.
are we finally going to see the movie? Is this now the actual is the part 2 going to be better than the original movie?
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see, but this team is very good. Um, last year they were hyped so much. I think I fell into the bait. I think I picked them to be in the World Series, if I remember correctly. But they were hyped up like crazy last year. And deservedly so. I mean, on paper the team is gross. Um, but they won 92 games last year. not a bad season by any means. It's a very good baseball team, and they're going to be battling the Yankees for the AL East title. You guys have any thoughts?
I think the Dalton Varsho trade is severely underrated for the Blue Jays. I love that move for them.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Melo, what were you saying?
I mean, if any year is the year to take over and win the division, I think it's this year. If you want to take that next step.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to, but
Right.
I would be extremely disappointed if in the middle of September, if they're not still fighting for that division. I'll be disappointed if the Blue Jays are trailing the Yankees by more than 5 games. I'll be disappointed.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's going to come down to the wire with them. Matt, do you have anything?
No, I mean, all you guys, they're a great team. I don't love trading away Teoscar personally,
Yeah.
but bringing Varsho is great, especially when you have all that wealth at catcher. Doesn't hurt you that much to trade away Moreno because he was holding up he was going to take over for Kirk and Danny Jansen, and then you got to trade one of them, or they're just holding him back. So either way, good move by them, and then bringing in Bassett is huge, like you said. So
Yeah.
I'm with Melo that they need to be fighting for this division. If they don't take over the division this year, then there's got to be some doubts about with this young core.
Yeah. Definitely.
And I think that started already after what happened in the postseason last year.
Right.
Especially after they had that big lead against Seattle, and they had games at home.
Yeah.
So I think we're not there yet where, the sky is falling in Toronto, but definitely after last season, some questions were made about this core.
But I think they just had insane expectations because that was the first year that they were really that hyped up, I think. I think it was not unfair, I would say, because they obviously have a very good team, but you very rarely see a team get hyped up like that so much and so quickly. Like that first season, I would say usually doesn't work out like that. It just seems that way. I'm gonna throw something out there before we head on to the over-unders. I think the American League MVP is gonna come out of Toronto this year, and his name is Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Oh,
Wow.
I could see it. I don't know. I don't know. You guys have anything else until over/under? Or Kyle, nothing else?
Nope.
So they won 92 games last year. And of course, their over/under is 92 and a half.
Over.
over. Barely.
I'm gonna say over as well.
Let's make it unanimous. Give me the over.
Oh, baby. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of scared of the Blue Jays, I think. A little bit.
Rightfully so.
Oh, yeah. But I'm sure Yankee fans don't want to admit that. But I'm being realistic. The Blue Jays have a really, really good team.
Better get off to a good start.
Yeah.
I think there's pressure from day one.
Oh, yeah. Anything else before we move on to the last team in the AL East? Tampa Bay Rays. Those pesky Rays. Kyle, what were you saying right before we started talking about the Rays? Or,
I don't remember.
before we started recording, where you were telling Mello, no matter what the Rays do, no matter who the Rays have.
Oh, well, The Rays have, I mean, they become kind of known for this. They can throw out a team that we think is going to be bottom feeders of the league, and they end up winning 90 games. So the Rays are a team that you can't count out. They have an amazing front office. I love their coaching staff. Everything about this team is damn near perfect except for the players. They can't ever get it done.
And the
I'm
stadium.
sorry. Like
Yes,
I
that too.
I do love what the Rays are doing. They're a small market team and using their money wisely. They don't have a lot of it. They're not a New York or LA team. Um, so they're doing what they can. And year in and year out, um, this club constantly puts a winning product on the field, and I don't understand like how they don't have any fans or like that stadium. I personally went to a Rays game last season, and it was honestly like I felt like it was like an abandoned warehouse. I felt so bad for this team because I mean, like I said, they have a great team all around. I don't understand why they're not attracting more, but that's just yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
They play
Yeah.
Rays baseball, and like their only superstars, like Juan DeFranco, and he didn't quite have the breakout season everybody was looking for last year, which isn't great. And they got Randy, who also he didn't have a phenomenal last year. Jeez, he didn't have a great year last year, by any stretch of the imagination. But other than that, Glass now is coming back. That's gonna
Right.
help a lot. And
McClanahan.
bring in McClanahan healthy now, and bring in Zach Eflin. Solid arm, solid arm.
Yeah.
So their rotation is going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
Now, will their mismatched pieces across the field be enough to keep up with everybody else's?
Yeah.
Like, think of they lost Kiermaier now. Like we talked about, he went to the Blue Jays, and who do they have in the outfield?
Randy
I'm trying to think.
Rosarena.
Randy
Um.
is Harold Ramirez. Is he an outfielder? I
Yes.
believe so. Yeah.
Yankee killer.
Yes. They also. I mean, Manuel Margot, Jose Siri. They have, but I mean, again,
They
like
don't
those
have.
names, but
They're
they're gonna
not the
get the
flashy
job done
names.
somehow.
Yeah. Literally, it's Moneyball. It's literally the Moneyball team. Just
Yeah.
they got the guys who can make the stats and give them the runs they need and provide the defense they need, but it's not the names that you're looking for, really.
Yeah. And Melo, do you have anything?
I'm with Kyle. I don't know how the hell they do it every year.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean,
I
it Rays baseball is literally, and you guys can correct me on this if I'm wrong, but Rays baseball is literally don't score much, but we'll pitch the hell out of you. We'll
Mhm.
we'll be in close games,
Yeah.
2-3, 2-1.
Yeah. I know the Yankees, because speaking from experience, me and Kyle have witnessed it firsthand. Yankees are guilty of this, and many other teams, I'm sure. I just can't think of specifics. Other teams try to emulate what the Rays do, and it's embarrassing almost because they try to blatantly copy the Rays because they see it works, but it just doesn't work because like with the analytics or however the different strategies to the game, we've seen the Yankees try and do things like that. Me and Kyle have talked about it. And teams trying to be the Rays, but you just can't be the Rays because you're not the Rays. Teams have been trying to copy them for the past few years with bullpen games because the Rays were the first to do that. Things like that. It's just teams try and be the Rays, but no one can be the Rays other than them. And it's very frustrating to see like the Yankees try to do that because they try and pull it off, but and other teams too do this, but no one can do what the Rays do. But I don't know. I don't know, man. It's a very, very good team. It's a good team, and they're gonna even if they don't make the playoffs, they're gonna be spoilers because they're gonna ruin some team seasons for sure. They're gonna be pesky and continue to be the Rays. Last year they won 86 games. They're over under 88.5.
Under. It's too high of a number for me.
Over.
I'll take the Kyle's got the over. I'll take the under.
Oh no.
Man. See,
Oh,
I
Mel,
know
come
the
on.
Rays.
Matt and I agree
know
on
the
something
Rays.
again.
like I want to take the bite and take the under just because it seems too high. But like Kyle said, I know the Rays, and I feel like if I pick the under, I think they will get the
They're gonna
over
win the
in
division.
spite, yes, in spite of me personally saying under. This sucks. Kyle, you can blame me if the Rays win the division. I'm going to take the under.
Oh.
I will personally take the blame.
All right, I'm gonna hold you to this, Bobby. Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Those Rays, man. But those are the teams. Any other hot takes that you guys wanted to throw out? I also take back my Garrett Cole Cy Young pick. He'll be a finalist. He's not going to be the final.
Oh wow.
I forgot I had someone else written down. I was
Carlos
looking at
Rodon, right? Just kidding.
Garrett Cole will be top 3. He'll be a Cy Young finalist. I forgot to include the word finalist. I have someone else, but I am sticking with my Vladdy AL MVP pick. Let's go through each of ours MVPs of this division and Cy Youngs
Of this division.
of this division. Yes.
Okay.
I'll just start. I mean, I basically said it already. Vladdy's going to be the MVP of this division because I think he's going to win MVP overall. And Cy Young. Now, do I switch it since I said Cole is going to be a finalist? Or should I keep it? Or
Chris Sale.
it's not like crazy. I mean, it's a little crazy.
Well, seeing as he hasn't been healthy, but
Yeah. I'm just going to stick with Cole. I'm going to stick with what I said.
Kyle?
Anyone got?
Well, I can't. I hate to
Say
do
it.
this because it's such a Yankee thing, but Judge is the MVP. And I'm taking McClanahan as a Cy Young.
Yeah. It's great.
It was between him and Manoah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You didn't
I
want to pick
forgot about
Manoah.
I refuse to pick Manoah. I'd rather be wrong than admit that I was right about Manoah. So
That's hilarious. Melo, you decide anything, or Matt, you're still
I'll go ahead if
yep.
go for it. Take it away.
I'm with Kyle. I think Judge. It's gonna be Judge. Listen, he freaking broke the home run record in the American League with all that pressure. Now listen, I'm not gonna go insane and say he's gonna break the all-time single season. I'm not gonna go that far.
He's only
But
gonna hit 59.
no, but like he had a lot of pressure last year, and he bet on himself. And honestly, that was probably one of the best stories of the baseball season last year. Seeing the historic season Judge had after betting on himself, and he gets rewarded with it with this big contract. Now I know he put the Yankees and Giant fans through hell this offseason, but I think he's gonna be relaxed. He's got the big contract now. He's settled in as a Yankee for the rest of his career. I think he's just gonna have another monster year.
And
And
for
then with
Cy
my
Young,
Cy Young, I'm gonna stay what I said earlier. Carlos Rodon.
wow, okay.
Okay. MVP. I'm gonna have to go with Bobby on this one. Give me Vladdy Jr.
Okay.
I think he's gonna lead the charge for the Blue Jays, and as much as what Melo said makes sense to a degree, I see the opposite of this. Like after a player gets a big contract, I see them
Chilling.
they they chill. They take a year off or so. Not that they would ever admit that, but maybe they're not going to try as hard because they got the bag now. Cy Young. Give me Tyler Glass now. I think he's going to have a big bounce back year.
I love that. I love Glass now. I know
Yes.
I shouldn't. There are a lot of players that I like in the AL East, and I know I shouldn't, but it's just I don't know.
I mean, and just to kind of answer what Matt just said, well, what is a chill, relax year for Aaron Judge?
Yeah, that's
39, 40 home runs
That's
and
fair.
hitting
That's
around
fair.
290. Is that like a relax year for Judge?
Staying healthy though, is that? No, I don't want to be that guy because injuries hits every team. But like career wise, he hasn't always been the healthiest player. So I don't know. That's why I went with Vladdy Jr. But
Are you saying the injury bug is gonna hit Aaron Judge this year, man?
Are you
I'm
hoping
not.
for an Aaron Judge
No,
injury? Is that what you
never,
just said?
never. No.
All right, that's it.
Eric,
Let's.
real quick, I want to say this: Aaron Judge was never injury prone in his career.
I know I wasn't gonna say that, but I
There's
wasn't getting
one year where you can make a case, but we'll go from there.
I wasn't gonna go there. God, thanks.
I
All right.
had to. I
know.
had to.
You had to defend him. Let's go through 1 through 5 final of how the AL East is gonna end.
Start
I have
from
mine.
5, I think. Oh, okay. We're just all gonna go in order here.
Is that what we're gonna? Yeah, I say we just read out our list.
Okay, I like it.
I'm gonna go Yankees, Blue Jays, Rays.
Ooh, think about what you say here, Bobby.
Red Sox, Orioles. Yeah. I gotta stay consistent with my over-unders.
Interesting.
Okay, I'll go Red Sox.
What?
No, hang on, relax. Hang on. Sorry, I didn't make this. I'm going from 5 to 1. Let me make that clear.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean it for like that. I'm going from 5 to 1. Red Sox, Rays, Orioles, Blue Jays, Yankees.
Okay.
Yankees, Blue Jays, Rays, Orioles, Red Sox.
Okay. Yeah.
Give me Blue Jays, Yankees.
Oh.
Rays, Orioles, Red Sox.
I respect it. I could see the Yankees not winning the division. Like it's possible. Hopefully not, but we'll see. But yeah, that wraps up AL East. Of course, we threw out some takes. No bets. Maybe we'll save that for the AL Central.
Make it a tradition.
Unless we want to make a last minute bet. Melo, you want to throw something out there to any crazy take? Or are we saving that for the AL Central?
I'm trying to think. You
We're
put me on
not
the
forcing
spot
anything.
here. I know.
No, it's okay. We
I
don't
know.
have to force it.
But I'm trying to think of something here. I'm really trying to think of something. Okay, I got one for you.
Oh boy.
I'm not saying he's gonna win it. Adley Rutschman will be in the AL MVP conversation.
I love that. What's considered conversation? Put it specific.
He'll be in the conversation going into August, mid-August, and then that's
I like that. I was honestly debating saying Adley was going to be the MVP of this division, but I decided not to. Went with Vladdy. But I don't know. It's a fun division.
For sure.
Yep. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Any last thoughts? Nothing.
No.
All right. Well, next week we got the AL Central. That's gonna be fun. As always, we always have a fun time with that. Melo will throw out a White Sox bet.
Here come the Twins. No, just kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
Or Twins bet, yes. But yeah, other than that, I think it wraps it up. And yeah, let's go Yankees.
Yes, sir.
See you guys next week.
See ya.
Peace.
Yeah, see ya.
Adios.